Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today, just want to start this video off by saying, as you can very clearly see, I have my alderheyhospital Christmas 2021 pyjamas, as I mentioned in my stream last Sunday. And as I mentioned last Sunday, well, here's a bit of a backstory to these pyjamas. Alderheyhospital is a children's hospital in Liverpool, and they are an amazing hospital. I can speak from a lot of personal experience, as I was literally there from about 6 hours old to 16 years old, so I can definitely vouch for how amazing they are. Like, honestly, they are an amazing hospital. I can't thank them enough, because they've kept me here to be able to make these videos for you guys, so big thanks to them for, keeping me around, because they've saved my life more times than I can possibly count, and every year since about 2014, I think, Alderhey has collaborated with Matalan to make Christmas wear. Like, the first year they did beanies and bobble hats, and then from 2015 onwards they've done pyjamas, and this is the 2021 design, and I have to say, they are really comfortable. This video is not sponsored by them, by the way. I'm just straight up saying how I feel about them, and oh my goodness, they're honestly some of the most comfy pyjamas I've ever worn. And if you want to support this fantastic hospital in the middle of Liverpool, I will leave the Matalan link to these pyjamas down in the description. Or if you want to get some more Alderhey merchandise, as yes, they do have a charity shop, and in the hospital, and they do have a separate shop in Liverpool itself, but they also have an online shop, so I'll leave that link down in the description as well for you guys to go and get stuff from there if you want to. Because I'll be honest, every penny spent going to this hospital is more than worth it. Honestly, they've saved so many lives, including my own. It's more than worth it. More than worth every penny. Anyway, on to the main meat and potatoes of this video. This video is going to be ranking the first 4 Disney Plus Marvel shows that have come out since the beginning of this year, because now I've got a bit of a break until Hawkeye starts. I thought I'd do this just to, give my thoughts on the first round of Marvel shows. So, let's start off with the one that started it all, and that is the one and only WandaVision. Now, WandaVision was absolutely amazing. Currently tied for the longest running Marvel show on Disney+. Of course, the one that it's tying with being Marvel's What If, which is just finished. But WandaVision was an absolutely amazing start, and very unique as well, because of course we had the whole, each episode was a sitcom based in a different decade. So like the first episode was 50s, then it was 60s, then it was 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and then MCU straight up. So all the characters in it were phenomenal. Agatha, well, we all know how cool Agatha is, and she's so cool she's getting her own spin-off. We've also got Wanda, like, come on, she just oozes cool. We had Billy and Tommy, aka Wiccan and Speed, which I really hope we get to see again in Multiverse of Madness, because it was definitely hinted they were coming back at the end of the last episode, so I was very happy to see that they weren't gone for good. Of course we had Vision, in his fake Hex form and in White Vision form. Both versions were really cool, just wish we saw more of White Vision and how powerful he was. Of course we had Photon, who was also just fantastic. Can't wait to see her again at some point soon. And Ralph. But I think, as I mentioned before, Ralph's a bit of a triple red herring. Like, here's what I think happened. Agatha brought through Ralph from the Fox universe, because of course he is definitely Peter Maximoff, and then made Peter think he was Ralph, who then she made Ralph think he was Pietro. But so I think it's a bit of a, it's actually Peter who thinks he's Ralph, who thinks he is Pietro. So you seeing that, guys? You getting that? Good, because I'm sure as hell not. Anyway, moving on to its direct successor, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, this show was 3 episodes shorter than its predecessor, WandaVision. And it did just as well in those 6 episodes. Oh my god. I honestly love The Falcon and the Winter Soldier so much. Not just because it was Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the fact that it was kind of picking up the legacy of such an iconic character being Captain America. Because, of course, the first episode, I'll admit, very action-packed, but not really linked into the main plot. It was slightly linked, but not all the way. The second episode is where it fully connected together, like, that's where the plot was completely starting from. And from there wasn't a single second wasted. Every moment was pure action, unadulterated, fun. It was just brilliant. Of course, we had the 3 main characters. Bucky, who is just always amazing. Sam, who became Captain America at the end, like, need I say more? And John Walker. And while not liking the character at the time, he's definitely a good character, very strong character. So glad to see him as the US agent officially now. Like, very happy to see the black suits arrive. Of course, I do like the blue design, as I've mentioned before, but it's supposed to be black. So, it was just good to see that. But yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier would definitely recommend actually this and WandaVision if you haven't watched them yet. Now, moving on to the third show, and one of the more recent ones, Loki. Our first true look into the multiverse. That wasn't a fake out. Or was it? So, Loki. A true multiverse show because, of course, this Loki is the Loki from Avengers Endgame who stole back the Tesseract and disappeared, I think, to Nepal? Yeah, I think it was Nepal. And then immediately got caught by the TVA, so... Well done, Loki. You lasted all of about 1 minute. Good job. And then, of course, he was brought to the TVA, at which point he was recruited by Mobius to help hunt down another Loki, which we eventually found out was Sylvie, and spawned one of the strangest romances in the MCU, because they're 2 different characters, but they're technically the same character. Yeah, it was weird. But interesting, because, of course, Loki was just cool, as he always is. Sylvie, very much Loki. Like, she is a lot like Loki, even more than she'd care to admit. Mobius, it's Owen Wilson. I don't really need to say much more, do I? And, of course, we had Kang. Yep, I'm straight up calling him Kang at this point, because we all know it's him. We all know it's him. And despite him only being in the last episode, he made a hell of an impact. And his variants are going to make one hell of a massive impact compared to him. Like, I'm so looking forward to meeting his variants. Because that's not going to cause chaos at all. Right? But yeah, Loki, once again, another one I would definitely recommend checking out because it's going to be so important to the multiverse. I can more or less promise you guys. Like, trust me, that show will become one of the big things in Phase 4. No doubt about it. And of course it's returning for Season 2, so bonus! And it was the first show that we got confirmed for a second season. And now on to the other one that got confirmed for a second season, only last week. And that is, What If? And my god, this show blew my mind into teeny little pieces. Because I didn't think that one tiny little change could change everything in a universe. Like, look at the first episode. All it took was for Peggy to take the super soldier serum, and we had Iron Man, like, 70 years early. So, yeah, like, a lot of stuff can change from just one little change. Kind of called the butterfly effect. Yes, that is the word, Cameron. So yeah, the butterfly effect was definitely used in this show so much. And I've got to say, it all was amazing. And of course, we had the Star Wars references. Well, the Star Wars canonization in Episode 8. Yes, in case you didn't know, spoilers by the way, Mustafar and Felucia were featured in What If Episode 8. So that means that Star Wars is canon to the MCU, as in the film franchise and the actual universe. So I was incredibly happy to see that. But yeah, What If, also, like its three predecessors, definitely worth watching. If you haven't watched these shows yet, and you're an MCU fan, what are you doing? Please watch them. You've got like 2 months now to do so if you haven't. So please, if you haven't watched them, please go do so, because they are honestly fantastic. Can't recommend them enough. Anyway, that's it for this video. So as always, people, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to mine and Roxanne's and Frost's YouTube channels. The links are in the description. My sub button is down there. Yep, that big red one, unless you've already subbed, then it's grey. Thanks for that, by the way. And once you've done that, don't forget to click all 3 of our bell icons to get all 3 sets of our notifications. Comment as well, because why not? And let me know which of the Marvel shows was your favourite, because I'm curious. Once you've done that too, don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. I'm going to be going live at 7 tomorrow on Stereo. You'll find out why. My link's going to be in the link tree in the description. Don't forget as well, it's for Roxanne on her blog and Frost on his Instagram. Their links are also in the description below the link tree and the Alder Hey and Matalan link. And, lastly, but by no means least, as always, don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Goodbye!